So come on in, take a step, let's wind down. My name is Christopher. I'm delighted you're here to solve this grid with me. What a beautiful day it is. It's Thursday. It's the gateway to the weekend solving adventure, which is my absolute favorite part of the solving week. So today's wind down word of the day for the 1218th solve on this channel, such a pride point in saying that, is alluvium. This sounds familiar, doesn't it? But yeah, alluvium, sediment left by flowing water. So I'm thinking deltas, right? Riverbeds, that kind of thing. Very, very interesting word. And I can think of several uses already. I really wish I had used it earlier in the week, to be honest with you. So on this day in relatively interesting history, in 1938, Orson Welles recorded H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds, and it was pandemonium. Everybody thought it was real. I mean, everyone thought it was real. Everything was just collapsing on everybody until, I guess, they got the punchline, so to speak, the next day. But what an interesting story. And in 1944, that uniquely American composer Aaron Copland premiered his Appalachian Spring in Washington, D.C. Just amazing. I think Rodeo might be my favorite piece, but such a fan. In 1973, the Bosphorus Bridge was completed. If you have not been to Istanbul but are planning to go, I've been there on many occasions, and I can tell you right now, this is an amazing bridge. First built in 1973, and it connects, it's right there in Istanbul, Turkey, and it connects Europe and Asia. It's really the coolest thing. I mean, you can cross this sucker, and all of a sudden, like, oh, there I am. I'm in Asia. It's just a cool thing. There's other places, too, where you can go, and you can actually stand on both continents at the same time. So if you're there to just enjoy the culture and stuff, great. I've done that more often than not. But once or twice I decided to be a tourist. So, something cool to see. I want to say happy birthday to a very controversial figure born in 1885. One of my favorite poets, regardless of his controversies. Or as the British would say, my friends up in the old world, controversies. But despite the controversies, Ezra Pound was by far one of the greats, and it remains so to this day. And his work on T.S. Eliot's Wasteland and others, I mean, it just kind of speaks for itself. But if you're just getting into Ezra Pound to understand where he's coming from, and you get to the cantos and you're just scratching your head, welcome to the club. And in 1945, Henry Winkler was gifted to the rest of us. I know I had to show a picture of him as the Fonz, but that's how I first came to know him at like the age of 4, whenever that show came out. But yeah, we all had a habit of trying to turn on jukeboxes with our fists and going, hey, but that's what it was. I gave up on the Fonz, and when I picked up Al Pacino, so, that thing, where'd it go, ooh-ah, that guy, right? But, good stuff all the way around. So let's go ahead and hop into our grid and see what we've got here. I'll straighten up, try to be some sort of example for good posture. So for Thursday, October 30, 2025, we have a construction by Howard Neuthaler. Well, that's how you'd say his name in German. I'm assuming he probably has anglicized it to Howard Neuthaler? I don't know. I have no idea. But, well, we'll have a little bit more solver's courage and hop on into this thing. I'm seeing green squares and circles in the periphery. This should be interesting. Oh, yeah, we got green circles, all right. I'm not sure I can necessarily make out what they're doing here, but let's hop into it. Let's see what we've got here. So we got a place for a pencil sharpener, and I don't know about you, but the first place I'm thinking of is on the wall next to the chalkboard in that classroom. Every classroom I ever had. So, soup stock in Japanese cuisine. I'm not sure. Droves. Dashi, because I was here thinking droves could be a ton or lots, but when I said a ton, then I remembered dashi. I've made it before, but maybe once or twice. Shiitake, mushrooms, seaweed, it's really quite delicious. Very, very umami, delicious umami, but just not that familiar with the term. The ones over there, typically, we usually think maybe those. So a place for a pencil sharpener could be a desk. Washington, Jefferson, or Madison. Already heard, say, so maybe new. We got a little challenging grid here today. Either acting sibling Andrew or Elizabeth, more than likely Shu. Or maybe we're shooting for the fact that these were all Southerners. Start illegally, say, could be to hot wire. Might want to get that I in there. Irritated. I don't think irritated would work with irate. Maybe irked. So what we got happening here? Kind of suffix could be ish. And I think we got a desk. And here we got ethos versus those. So the E's at the top, maybe. I don't know. One selling commercial time. Argentine plain. Probably Llano or Pampa. Okay, Disney princess who longs to be part of that world. Okay, what pulls out all the stops? I don't know. Takes in. Is this a T? Highlands hat? Yeah, it could be a Tam. An S. Oh, maybe what? Symbol for the ratio of a circle's circumference to its radius would be tau. So I'll sue you? Maybe? Maybe we're going to sue me? Lewis Carroll or George Orwell. And I think what we're shooting for is that these are both pen names. Maybe. Shore up the ranks. I think this is arrests. So maybe is this staff? Really is. Normally I would just fill in as I saw fit, but you never know on Thursdays, especially with the potential rebuy. And so I'm, You're like, I don't know what I should put in or what. But if this is an F at the bottom, first of all, this could be Pampa now. And so it's used to scrub in the tub. What pulls out all the stops could be Drano. What every baseball inning starts with. I think this is an F at the bottom, so this is probably aloof. So maybe a loofah, so the A's jump into the top. And here it looks like we're going to have Padre, so a restaff would be to shore up the ranks. So that could be an ad rep. Okay, I'm liking this. Okay, I'm seeing it. So the bottom goes up. Bottoms up? Is that what we're doing? I don't know. Old enough could be of age. Epitome of simplicity. Well, I'm going to go with ABC. I don't know what else to do here. Genre for Aretha Franklin or Usher, and that would typically be R&B. So Pop-Pop could be a Gramp. certain attachments. Seems like they're always PDFs these days, doesn't it? Chicago Exchange for short could be the Merc. Ones eliciting knee-jerk reactions informally. Oh, yeah, okay. I've got our docs in here, maybe. So genre for Aretha Franklin or Usher could be brand or R and B at the top. I'm liking this. I got a Nerf blaster here. I mean, I'm really liking this Howard Neuthaler. Showed up unannounced. I guess this could be a cameo. Showed great pride in a way. Maybe beamed. Let's see. Prayer leader. Jubilant post-game report. Come to. Could be to wake. So maybe I won. Prayer leader. Probably an imam. Indicated. Probably meant. Food generally known outside the U.S. as ladies' fingers or Damenfinger, if you are ever so lucky to find it here in Germany. And whatever baseball inning starts with no one on. So show up unannounced, make a cameo. A little pest could be an ant, and some Scandinavian money could be krone. So that'll work. Krona. So I think we kind of got ourselves back into some semblance of order here. Animal with a white rump. I'm assuming we're talking about an elk here. Stand before a meeting. Binge could be a spree. And country sharing the world's longest international border. Well, that's right there in the States, and that would be Canada. Flour used in Indian flatbreads would be Atta. Lake in the homeland of the Washoe people. I think that's Tahoe. Oh, could be way wrong on that. Kiss in a telenovela, maybe beso. Voice command to an Android device. How about okay, Google? And journeys by foot would be treks. Your home. Yeah, let's see. Calls to court, maybe arraigns. Let's check our little ones here. Likely oriented toward platonic relationships in brief, maybe anti-romantic, ARO. Exemplar could be Paragon. So your home looks like it'd be Earth, but we're talking about the heart. Home is, after all, where the heart is. Skater Midori, Ito. Having a strong sense of direction. Let's see. Symbol of authority. Like a revving engine. With 68 across, wicked song suggested by the answers to the 7-star clues and whose singer is spelled by the circled letters reading from left to right. Oh, okay. Elphaba, got it. Defying gravity, I think. I have it in my playlist, but I gotta tell you, when I'm driving to work or whatever, man, I'm usually really like preoccupied with what I'm about to get done for the day. And then when I'm coming home, I'm thinking about everything that I did for the day. And music just plays or something like that, or listening to an audiobook or whatever, and then I'm on. Fool's Gold would be Pyrite. And Slangy Refusal. Nah, I don't know. This EHS. Abjures. Well, what, recants? Takes it back? I mean, I don't know. Symbol of authority could be a badge. Bronzed. Badge. I was thinking maybe got a 10, but then this D was messing that up. So maybe this is a badge I should spell correctly. Maybe I should. Maybe that'll help with the final, results anyway. Slangy refusal. So, okay, abjure. So I'm thinking maybe eschews. And that would give us a null. Null. All right. Stand before a meeting. So I think this might be an easel, so therefore Elise. Desirable Vegas couple could be the aces. Rate, maybe a pace. Inconsequential, maybe mirror. One might start. Your social security number has been compromised. Call now. Scam. All right. Okay, so what do we got here? Left of center. Okay, so we got a soft C. And small dessert sandwiches. I'm assuming we're going for Oreos. So that revving engine could be a roar. And having a strong sense of direction. Bossy. Yeah, okay. Say ah. Got it. Final stretch. Members of the dolphin family that prey on dolphins. Now, I just found this out recently. I did not know. I think I learned right here with you all in one of those grids. Had no idea it was a dolphin family member and it eats dolphins. That seems cannibalistic to me. I don't know. Right as music could be to notate. Not just yet. Oh, wow. Maybe later on. Composer Jewel Stein. And family name with an eponymous row, court, place, and avenue. Astor, the Astor family. Words after ding, ding, ding. You won. How about a toast? Oh, why not? Wanders, maybe roves. Capital, world capital in the world's longest river would be Cairo. And target of an urban renewal could be an eyesore. Fish, also known as a batomorph, and that would be a ray. I don't know. How do we do, Bob? What a fantastic grid. This was a beautiful... Whoa, hey, we got animations. All right, so yeah. Gravity's gone, and it's... No, it's just like gravity's gone and something, and I'm just floating. I can't remember the words from the Drive-By Truckers. But anyway, one of my favorite songs at one point. Just don't remember the lyrics. But yeah, gravity's gone. Look at that. That's pretty freaking cool. I just love wine. And I love solving these grids with you. It is just too much fun. We'll bring in our Benny here, Dad, too. Fantastic grid by Howard Neuthaler. And if you wouldn't mind, please, if you could hit the like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed, that would be amazing as well. I would really be appreciative of that. Like I said at the very beginning, it is always a pleasure to be here with you. I'm just so excited. And I see on a weekly report how many of you share, with others out there in social media. And that really helps to build, it builds our population, but with people just like you. And I appreciate that more than anything. And so until we see you again tomorrow for the Friday grid, and it's going to be late when I get home, but I am going to, unless I'm just dead on my feet, I will get that out and up tomorrow. But I gotta get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to be in Stuttgart, and that's gonna be a long day. Boy, that's gonna be a long day. But it's all good, right? So, and most of the construction on that part of the Autobahn getting from here to Stuttgart has been taken care of, and so that should be just great. But until we see you again, be well. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, take care of your moms, and auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Que tengas un lindo día. And masalama. Be well. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.